So am I the only one that feels like an 8-year-old on Christmas Eve right now, guys? We have Palantir's earnings in less than 12 hours from now, and I'm freaking pumped. We have to break down what to expect, the charts, what I'm looking to do, and later in the video, if we have time, that is, we'll break down some other companies, other stocks that are set to report earnings this week. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and guys, don't forget to get up to 10 stocks for a moo and to check out my Patreon if you want to see me build out my $100 per week portfolio and be a part of the Discord chat and see my charts. All of those links are down below, guys. And with that being said, cheers, let's talk. So like I said, guys, I'm feeling like an 8-year-old on Christmas Eve right now. I'm freaking pumped. I'm excited. It's almost 9 p.m. and here we are making this video on Palantir's earnings. So you guys know yesterday, well, not yesterday, now I'm forgetting the days, guys. On Friday, we actually had a pretty good green day, and we had a lot of volume kick in, right, and a lot of buyers getting into the stock heading into the earnings, which kind of brings up the question, what are investors expecting? What are traders expecting, right? And you'll notice here on the 4-hour time frame, we are breaking out of this channel, the downwards channel that we were in for a couple of weeks. Now you guys can see we're above the 50 moving average and the 180 moving average, and with Friday's 3.5% green day, we're now pushing to multi-week highs. And now that I'm looking at the chart, the last time we were in the mid 23s, roughly at $24 per share, was a month ago, back in the beginning of April. You guys can see if I zoom in a bit here, we hit roughly 24 bucks on the 4th, 5th of April, and now we're pretty much at that level again. We're breaking out of the channel, we're above the moving averages. So if these numbers come in strong, and especially if guidance is strong on Palantir, do not be surprised if we get some sort of breakout, and who knows, man, maybe a push back to the mid 20s, maybe high 20s again. As you guys know, the high here on Palantir stock was 27.50, or it is 27.50 from back in the beginning of March. About 2 months ago is when we hit the high. So guys, what should you expect heading into earnings tomorrow morning? Well, let me actually pull up this article from, I think, Investopedia. I forget who wrote this. Yeah, Investopedia. But it does a very good job of breaking down what you need to expect. So overall, guys, Palantir is set to report earnings, like we said, tomorrow, Monday, after the bell, or today, Monday, after the bell, depending on when you're watching this video, guys. And investors are likely to be watching for commercial revenue gains and whether the big data analytics software maker Palantir can demonstrate that its AI growth is sustainable, which is super important. We got some crazy AI guidance in the last quarter, so let's see if we get that again and if that's sustainable this go around. You guys can see analysts are projecting Palantir's revenue to be $615.32 million for the first quarter of 2024, higher than the same period in 2023, according to estimates compiled by Visible Alpha. And Palantir is expected to report net income of $83.94 million, or 3 cents per share, up from the $19.15 million and 1 cent per share reported in the same period the year prior. You guys can see here, this chart breaks it down nicely. We can see the analyst estimates for Q1 2024. We have $615 million of revenue. You guys can see last quarter they reported $608 million. So they're going to be growing quarter over quarter by about $7 million in revenue. Not much, but year over year, they're growing from 525 to 615 million. So they are projected to grow revenue by about $90 million. So we're looking at about 20-ish% revenue growth year over year, give or take a little bit. And again, diluted earnings per share, you guys can see they're projected at 3 cents for this go around for Q1 2024. 4 cents is what they did last quarter in Q4 2023, and a year ago they did 1 cent in Q1 of 2023. So they're projected to grow EPS diluted by 3 times year over year, again from 1 cent to now 3 cents, and net income last quarter in Q4 was $96.91 million. And again, for this go around is projected at 83.94. Might as well round that up to $84 million compared to the $19 million from last year. So net income is projected to pretty much 4x, diluted EPS 3x, while revenue is projected to grow by about 20-ish%, give or take a little bit. That's just my mental math there, guys, from $525 to $615 million. And the key metric, like I said earlier, is going to be the sustained growth in Palantir's commercial segment. The company reported better than expected earnings for the final quarter of 2023, driven by surging commercial demand for its AI platform, AIP, right? And commercial revenue made up around 45% of Palantir's total revenue in the full year of 2023, with government revenue accounting for the rest. And in March, Palantir announced an $187.4 million U.S. Army contract, which you guys probably remember. And Alex Karp wrote in 2023, I believe in Q4, our U.S. commercial business continues to be a significant driver of our company growth, a trend that we expect to continue. He said, actually, no, that was in the letter to shareholders in February. And in the final year of 2023, Palantir's U.S. commercial revenue surged to a whopping $131 million, up 70% year over year. And analysts expect Palantir's total commercial segment revenue for the first quarter will be around $290 million, according to estimates, up from the $284 million reported in the fourth quarter and the $236 million reported in the year ago period. And of course, the business spotlight, one of the main spotlights, is sustaining AI momentum. Wedbush analysts actually have called Palantir, believe it or not, the Messi of AI, which isn't that hard to believe. Of course, after the soccer player Lionel Messi, if you guys don't know who that is, do your homework on Lionel Messi, guys. However you want to say his first name, Lionel, Lionel. How the heck do you say it, guys? Let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure it's Lionel. But either way, we can see here in contrast, Jefferies analysts said the stock was overhyped on AI potential, writing that the firm had previously underestimated the severity of the slowdown in Palantir's commercial and government businesses, which has resulted in a longer than expected demand recovery that could continue to constrain growth through 2024, which is something worth looking at. We have Jefferies on this side and Wedbush, of course, on the other side, right? And we can see investors will likely be watching closely Monday to gauge whether AI momentum can sustain Palantir's growth. So that's a quick breakdown here on what to watch out for, numbers, kind of what to expect. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, guys, and again, guys, it comes back down to this chart, right? Are we going to break out of the channel? I mean, look, last week we kind of started to break out, but we're not fully breaking out yet. But it's going to come down to earnings, obviously, guys, and what's the price action going to look like heading into earnings? Mind you, again, the earnings are after the bell tomorrow or today, Monday, depending on when you're watching this video. So things can get wild before the numbers even come out. So personally, guys, I'm looking to see if we break above $24 and honestly $24.50 to really get the confirmation of an overall breakout. Let me set my alert at $24. Mark is at or above 24, and I'll set another one at $24.50 as, again, if we break these points, guys, we could be well off to the races from there, and that's kind of where I'm looking to trade this thing, right? I've said that before, and I'll say it again. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on Palantir stock, guys. And just to give you a rundown on some other names that are set to report this week, let me actually pull up my Twitter, by the way, at Stas Talk Stocks on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty active on there, so make sure to go shoot me a follow. You guys can see here on my X page, I have it pinned here at the top. We can see all the different earnings for this week, right? The key ones, at least, that I'm watching. We can see right here on Monday, obviously, we have Palantir. We just broke them down. We also have Realty Income, followed by Spirit Airlines. You guys can see right here, SAVE is Spirit Airlines. And again, guys, at Stas Talk Stocks, we can see that's my handle. Make sure to go follow me on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Then on Tuesday, we have Disney. We also have Datadog, DDOG. We also have Rivian, RIVM. And we have Lyft. You guys know Lyft, Uber's competitor, LYFT. That's on Tuesday. Wednesday, we have Airbnb, Shopify, Uber, Lyft's competitor, right? Arm Holdings, Robinhood. Then on Thursday, we have Roblox, WBD, Warner Brothers Discovery, SoundHound, AI, and of course, Marathon Digital. And those are just a couple, guys. We have a lot more companies that are set to report. So needless to say, it's going to be a jam-packed week, guys. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube because we're going to break down all of these earnings, all of these companies. We're probably going to do 20 videos this week. So guys, make sure to subscribe, tag along, hit the like button, and don't forget to check out my Patreon if you want to see me build out a $100 per week portfolio, which the reason why I did that was to show you how you can start with a small amount of money. I actually started out with $50 a week, did that for a year, and now we've been doing for the past couple of weeks, we've been doing $100 per week. So I'm showing you guys how it's possible to build a portfolio with a smaller quote unquote amount of money, and that will actually grow nicely over time. You'd be surprised how you can grow a portfolio over time with a smaller amount of money, and that's the purpose of Patreon right now, guys. So check it out, link down below, and I'll see you later.